Hi everyone, it's Helen. So I am sitting by the fire here in Spain. We've had a bit of a miserable day today, thunderstorms and lightning here, lots of rain. So I am cuddled up inside, staying warm. And I thought, what a great opportunity to dive into the other thing that was inspiring me to hop on and make a video, which is around emotional safety. So this week I started talking about the path of the rainbow warrior. And very much a part of that is finding your own emotional safety and authenticity in the world. So we're still down in that base chakra, looking at the aspects of safety and security. And one of the biggest pieces of my own journey, and I'm very much still on it, has been developing my understanding and ability to use my emotions to support myself and other people. So sort of a reminder really that even the word emotion means energy in motion. So it stands to reason that should we block that or repress that, it becomes stuck in the body. And there's a beautiful book called Messages from the Body, which shows us how those emotional blockages can actually cause many of the physical illnesses and diseases that people sadly experience today. So if you're looking for more information, definitely go there. The other thing that I've always been aware of is emotional intelligence is a new concept. Daniel Goleman wrote his book in 1988. So for many of us who were brought up before that time, and our parents and their parents even were in the war, and certainly in the UK, the British stiff upper lip was a real thing. And many of us were taught to literally not express how we are feeling. And as we've grown into adults, obviously that just brings stores of emotions that haven't been processed. Recently, I've been training as an experiential healer, which is a process by which helps people to explore those blocked emotions, go back into past situations and release that energy from the body. And quite often you almost experience miraculous changes in energy and even physical issues as well. So I know for me, this theory is very true. And my own experience of my family's divorce and feeling like I had to be strong for my family led me to repress some really powerful feelings of rage and anger and hurt and worthlessness for well over a decade. And it wasn't until I found yoga and a different way of being and acceptance of my own feelings was I able to begin to release some of those feelings. And the primary tool I did that with was journaling, which I was taught through my yoga school, and it's certainly the tool I still use most readily now. If I feel a strong emotion, I will recognize it, and anger is always the one that I think most people hold back. But when anger comes up for me now, I really do see it as a dear friend. It's like my guardian at the gates. It's my protector. It warns me that I feel like somebody's crossing my boundaries and usually something needs to be done about it. It's not usually the other person's fault. It's usually that I've not been clear about expectations or how I want things to be. So I would use journaling in that situation just to go and work it out and come back again. Now, I know we don't always have that opportunity, but I try and create the time, even if it's mid-conversation, to allow me to process the emotion, figure out what's going on, so I can respond from a better place of compassion for myself and the other person. But admittedly, that has taken a lot of practice, and I'm certainly not perfect at it yet. Other things I've tried that people have suggested to me are physically expressing things. So for example, if you're angry, maybe you could go and beat up a pillow or yell at the mirror. I don't find I need to do that unless it's something really, really overwhelming. But many people find that as a useful tool. But the purpose of all these tools is to get the emotion outside of the body, so it's no longer blocked or held. Obviously, talking to a good friend, if you have somebody who is that kind of unconditional ear, can also be of major value. And I'm really pleased to say that I do have a few of those people in my life, and they really are like gold dust. And the other connection that's really helped me in recent years, particularly coming through this year with the pandemic, has been connecting with my inner child, which may sound a bit odd to some people if you've never really thought about that. But as children, simply because our parents are human, they can't fulfill all our emotional needs. So as we grow into adults, we always have that sense of being let down somewhere. And so working with your inner child, connecting with them and asking them what it is that they need, what it is that they would make them happy has been for me quite revelationary. I've had a lot more fun as a result. But also it means that the most sensitive, vulnerable part of me knows that I have got them, that I am going to keep them safe, that they are my number one priority. And even if sometimes that means maybe not being so polite to other people or worrying about other people's feelings so much, I've learned to put my inner child's needs first, because I know that the best way for me to be is authentic in how I'm feeling and seeing the world, be vulnerable in that, and it allows other people then to show up in that way and express how they're feeling. And usually resolution comes far quicker than if you hold things back. And actually, usually that's when things go wrong, for me anyway. That's where most confusion has come. So really, I suppose I just want to encourage you to go on that journey of looking at emotions, to really start to consider, how can I make these my allies in life? And to give yourself the permission to be courageous and show all the colours of the rainbow that you are, whether it be anger or sadness, grief, whatever comes for you, and find ways to be and understand that your strength actually lies in being with those emotions all the time. So if anybody would like to learn more about experiential healing, I got my accreditation last week, so I'm super excited to be starting that journey, and I'd be happy to explain it. Please do get in touch. I'll put my website link in the bio, and I look forward to talking to you more about the path of the Rainbow Warrior.